That's Warnock. Passes back to Clark, driving towards the basket, and there's a layup made by Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark now facing some pressure from Wilkie and Pospisilova, but oh my goodness, look at Caitlin Clark outmaneuver two players on the Badgers faithful. Sinano now finds Caitlin Clark. Clark trying to make something work against Schrammick and Pospisilova, getting double teamed, but it leaves Gabby Marshall wide open, but that three-point shot is just short. And that one goes off the rim, rebounded by Wilkie. Shot is up. That one goes off the rim too, rebounded by Caitlin Clark. And here come the Hawkeyes. Clark with their first three-point shot of the game, and it is made. Absolutely drilled that one.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark, not what you want to see if you're a Badgers fan early. Getting the board herself, rushing it up the floor, and then pulling up just into a three-pointer very smoothly. Take a look at this. So Caitlin Clark, as I mentioned, got her own board, just hustles up the court, scans everyone, notices she's outnumbered, so just decides, you know what, I'm good enough. I'll pull up from three anyway.
Clark signaling around the offense. Sinano sits a pick, and here comes Clark with another three-pointer, and that one's no good. Rebounded by Williams to Hilliard, but Hilliard loses that ball. Great play there by Caitlin Clark. The steal and the recovery, passes it down to Sinano. Sinano with the over-shoulder jumper, but she doesn't get it. That Williams free throw is good. So Wisconsin on a bit of a run here, but here comes Caitlin Clark right back using that speed, and it just does not stop from Caitlin Clark. Automatic.
Matt, how quick is she? I went down to check my notes. All of a sudden, the ball was in the hoop. That was phenomenal.
I was checking the score on my laptop, and Pospisilova, coverage from Stolke. Passes it down to Wilkie. What a play. And that layup is not made, and there's a fight for the ball there. Marshall trying to figure out what she's going to do. Passes it to Stolke, back to Clark. Clark with the shot from the logo, and it is made. Caitlin Clark, it's unreal, Max.
It really is. 2 for 3 from behind the arc after that deep three-pointer from Caitlin Clark.
Schrammick driving forward, that layup's no good. Rebounded by Caitlin Clark and showing that speed against Pospisilova. Clark passes it out to Martin. To Stolke down low.
How about that maturity from Caitlin Clark too that time? You could tell she wanted to pull up from three, but saw the wide open teammate, decided to make the pass and said, this is the development in Iowa that they're looking for in Caitlin Clark before she makes a trip to the WNBA.
Absolutely. LaBarbera passes it to Wilkie, back to Pospisilova. Pospisilova with the three-pointer, but it goes off the rim. Rebounded by Caitlin Clark, showing that speed right now. Outweaving LU and Wilkie. Takes that three-point shot, but it goes off the rim. Rebounded by Stolke to Marshall to Kate Martin, who's at the top of the key. That one goes off the rim. Rebounded by O'Grady, but it goes off of her leg. Going to be some press coverage here playing up by the Badgers. Pass it in to Caitlin Clark, back to Warnock. Back to Clark. Clark being pressed by LU, by Hilliard. She's being double-teamed here, but that leaves Warnock open to shoot that three-pointer, and that one banks in perfectly. It's in 25-20 as we take another look at this one.
Look at that shot right there from McKenna Warnock.
Schrammick to Pospisilova. Takes that shot, and that three-pointer is no good. Rebounded from Caitlin Clark, and it's just Max. It seems like there's no flaws in her game here early on. 25 points for Iowa. 23 of them are by just 2 players.
Yeah, absolutely. Warnock has really impressed so far this game. It happens to the best of us. Still pretty nice seats for a great game between two great teams in the Big Ten today.
Absolutely. Caitlin Clark now driving forward, jump shot, and it's in. I mean, she's automatic. We don't even need to say if it's in or not at this point when it comes to Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, make her now, 6 for 8 from the field today. That's pretty impressive.
As out of nowhere, Iowa has taken an 11-point lead from originally a 3-point lead. We'll be back to LaBarbera to Pospisilova in some free space. Shot is up, but it's rebounded by Caitlin Clark. Pospisilova not able to convert any of those three-point shots early on here at the Kohl Center.
Pospisilova, yeah, really struggling to get it going now. 0 for 8 from the floor to start this game.
And that's an absolutely ridiculous pass cross court by Caitlin Clark to Warnock, and a three-point shot up, and it's made. Molly Davis. Great gadget play there, but Maddie Wilkie's not able to put that one in. Stolke trying to figure out who to pass to. She gets to Caitlin Clark. Clark driving through the entire Badgers team, and that's going to be a foul.
In the Big Ten this year, but right now Iowa's offense is just rolling along as Caitlin Clark gets that foul right there. She'll get 2 at the line.
Pass it back to Davis. Davis trying to dribble forward, pass it across, and here comes Caitlin Clark, and Clark going up, but that's going to be a foul on Avery LaBarbera.
We Mentioned it earlier, Matt. Caitlin Clark, really known for her lights-out shooting, but a lot similar to Steph Curry of the NBA. She moves a ton without the ball. She's always looking for cutting lanes, always looking for her teammates to dish her the ball. They do so right there. She's going to get another chance at 2 points.
As if we had to tell anyone, it's in. Caitlin Clark.
6 rebounds. Really impressive stuff for
Unreal.
her as well. Just an all-out effort from the star player for Iowa.
With a falter around her so much, Schremek passes it into LaBarbera. LaBarbera looking for something, and that shot is up, but it's no good. Banks off the back. And here comes Caitlin Clark, rebounding that one. Maybe thinking about a shot there, but passes it down, and there's Sharon Goodman. Hilliard now driving towards the basket. Caitlin Clark set to pass this one in. Passes it down low for Goodman, and Goodman gets that one. Marshall passes that one to Stolke, facing some coverage from Pospisilova. Passes that one across to Davis, who was maybe looking for a three-pointer. Fakes out a few Badgers, and Marshall passes that one to Stolke, facing some coverage from Pospisilova. Passes that one across to Davis, who was maybe looking for a three-pointer. Fakes out a few Badgers, and
How about the fake pass from Molly Davis? Slicing and dicing out there in the court. Ball down low in the paint. Try to use a little bit of your size advantage with your forwards.
Caitlin Clark with that layup. Will passes it to Schremek. To Williams down low, and Williams with the layup, but it gets downed by Caitlin Clark. And here comes Caitlin Clark showing that speed. Oh, behind the back dribble. Pass out to Warnock a little bit short. You could see what they were looking for.
Exactly right. I mean, take a look at this move from Caitlin Clark. Full speed ahead, able to get it behind her back, get past the defender. Almost worked out for a bucket for Iowa. Just a quick foul coming earlier.
Sarah Williams, who's had a really good day so far with free throws and shooting from the court.
And she's been the next best player all year behind Pospisilova.
Oh my goodness, Caitlin Clark. You just cannot block that. Using that speed on that gadget right there. Caitlin Clark passing this one in for the Hawkeyes to Sinano to Martin. Back around to Caitlin Clark. Clark into Sinano. That's going to be a shot and a foul. It's
Sarah Williams.
It's on a Lily Cron, my bad.
Oh,
Sorry.
excuse me there.
So there seems to be a little bit of a disconnect there. Sydney Hilliard dribbling up for that layup, but it's no good. It's going to be blocked by Kate Martin, and a deep pass in by Clark to Davis. And oh my goodness, you just can't stop Caitlin Clark, whether it be her shooting or her passing. It's unreal.
Yeah, some NFL teams would love to see Caitlin Clark in at quarterback right now with that type of pass.
Pospisilova passes it to LaBarbera. Back to Pospisilova, and there's a three-point shot up. It's no good. Once again, Julie Pospisilova still without a three-pointer on the day so far. Back to Clark. Clark maybe thinking about squaring up, maybe thinking about taking a shot, but she passes it down to Sinano, which is the right call because Sinano with the great bank shot in. Seeing some traffic here. Passes it across to Williams, and Williams driving forward, loses that ball.
Good job by them. Good hands on defense.
So another press here from the Badgers. Clark passes it into Martin, and there goes Caitlin Clark off to the races. Into Sinano, great play there. Layup made by Sinano. Caitlin Clark is doing everything today.
Caitlin Clark to Monica Sinano, the dynamic duo of this Hawkeye offense.
Thinking about a three-point shot, but she doesn't do it. Caitlin Clark now working against Maddie Wilkie. Pick set by Sinano. Caitlin Clark passes it across the court to Davis. Three-point shot made by Davis. Clark not happy about the coverage from Wilkie.
Clark got smacked in the face on that last possession. No call by the referees. One was standing right there.
Some space, three-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Sinano. Passes it to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark driving forward, passes it to the corner to Kate Martin. A lot of space there. And that's a three-point shot made, and there's going to be a timeout.
First points of the day for Kate Martin as well. Now 1 for 3 from behind the arc. This Iowa offense can't be stopped here at the Kohl Center in Madison.
Caitlin Clark has made history.
Caitlin Clark just achieved her 7th career triple-double. That ties a Big Ten record with Susie McConnell from Penn State. And also former Hawkeye Sam Logic as well. So a couple of really big records for Caitlin Clark and many more to come for the Iowa Hawkeye.
Clark just been so dynamic today. Cron passes it to Pospisilova to Williams to Hilliard. Trying to pass it out to Porter, but she gets knocked down.